Good morning, Eamon. Happy Friday, everyone. Hope everyone's looking forward to the weekend. Morning, Kayas. Thanks for joining. Up my volume here a bit. Imagine seeing you here too, Eamon. Something's up with my YouTube chat. I can't see it in my. It just has a picture of like a little monkey with a hammer, and it says something went wrong in my YouTube studio. So I can see the chat on my instance of the live stream. So I'll have to be looking when I look down at my phone like this. That means I'm reading the chat. For some reason, it's not showing up here. I'm doing good, Caius. You doing well? I'm doing well, excuse me for my improper grammar. Alright. We're making progress. I have no idea. I feel I was thinking about this morning. I was wondering how far in this game I am. And I don't know. I feel like I'm obviously pretty far in the game, but I don't sense that things are like coming to a head yet. There hasn't been too many big story beats. It's all honestly, it feels like sort of like a Metroidvania in that a lot of the story is you piece it together through finding the lore. That's what it kind of feels like, despite the voice acting and whatnot. One second here. It's not only Wednesday. Stop messing with my head. Oops, sorry, didn't mean to shoot there. I have a feeling something big is about to happen.
Is this the right
as I complain about no story beats happening. Don't want to miss anything. Something I do want to complain about is on two occasions I've cut a short and put it out there that kind of brought up the relationship between Hugh and Diana. And the one yesterday I posted was about how there could have been a good character story beat between Hugh and Diana, with Diana being more sad and or angry that we just basically had to leave 8 to her fate. And someone was like, she's an AI, she understands. And like, I get it, but I kind of feel like with this game, Capcom is trying to eat their cake and have it too with Diana. She is both an AI and behaving like a child. Which makes you, the viewer, or you, the player, see her as such, depending on the circumstance. Boss fight, probably. So to just say, like, to just pass that off as, would 8 act like that? Well, no, she's an AI. But at the same time, she's acting awfully lot like a child, like a human child, in a way that, you know, we saw 8. 8 definitely did not act like a like a human child. Anyway, I hope I'm being a little bit overly nitpicky here with the story, but I'll come back to that in a second. Growing trees. I was curious about the REM plant data I found on the dev server, so I checked it out for myself. It was actually pretty advanced. They even grew like the real deal. I peeked at the source code and immediately knew that Rachel must have written it. She's a smart cookie, no doubt, but she could stand to loosen up a bit. Every time I pitch an idea, she just shoots it down because she can't guarantee it's completely safe. So I thought I'd play a little prank on her. I tweaked the telomere structure code to allow unchecked growth. I left a note, so I'm sure the smart girl will let her figure it out. Wow, that's kind of a jerk. Yeah, I mean, if the comment was specifically that she's an AI, she completely understands. It's like, yeah, she did completely understand. She didn't push back at Hugh, but she did seem sad, which is an emotional response to leaving 8, which would follow that there will be that she could have had another emotional response. An emotional response of anger for having left 8. You know, it's not just one thing here. Like, we can't... If you're going to say she's an AI, say she's an AI and that she won't feel sadness. Sorry, I'm getting a little choppy here. Eamon says, as a professional programmer, if you're old sentimental fool that wanted to create an AI with logic yet had the personality traits of a little girl, how would you write the guiding subroutine? I wouldn't. I mean, this is the issue with. Okay, so I forget the name of the term, but it's what we have now is not true artificial intelligence. Obviously, you can make it look like it, but when it comes to like art, sorry, I'm saying like too much. When it comes to art, and AI generated art, all of it will be derivative. And in a sense, all art is derivative, but what makes great art... Sorry. I'm trying to talk and these things are in my way. What makes great art, you know, is that humanness to them. And sometimes that humanness comes out in a way that a computer wouldn't be able to predict. Okay? So, while AI will find patterns and combine human art to make more human art in ways that we wouldn't expect, it would be extremely hard to program AI to do things that you didn't consider to do. To program the irrationality, I think would be really, really hard to do. Humans often behave irrationally. Which is like Diana, she's behaving the way she's programmed to, and I wouldn't say it's irrational. It's kid-like for sure. But I have no idea how I would even begin to program in the irrationality of a human, unless you put in certain emotional values that outweigh rational values. Like, you'd have to put in some sort of code that combines the two and rates quote-unquote emotional situations as greater than rational situations and what to do about it, which kind of defeats the purpose, I think. How would you do it, Eamon? Kayaz, are you a programmer too? You're an artist. What's your thoughts on the whole AI art situation? We've discussed that a lot here. Morning, Tim. Oh, jeez.
Where?
The showdown with that thing is coming up real soon. Eamon says, did I miss any big... Oh, Tim says, did I miss any big story beats? No, you didn't. Just me complaining about... People complaining about my takes on social media. Something's glowing. Why does she have an exclamation point above her head? Oh.
So this is Luna.
Lunum's the ore you use to make Luna filament, right?
Yeah. First time seeing it in person, though.
And I've got Luna filament inside me too, right?
They say it can do anything, so sure. Guess it's possible.
Can I do anything too?
Maybe not anything, but I'd say you're doing good enough.
I'm doing good? Yes!
Okay. All right. Save point.
Finally gonna reboot Venus.
About time. That damn thing's getting on my last nerve. When I get back home, I'm pulling the plug on Enos myself.
Hey, Megan. Been a while. How's the little lab danger?
To be honest, not great.
Really? What happened?
That's the problem. Nothing's happened. Dr. Higgins hasn't shown up in weeks. Nothing is getting done.
If he's not in the lab, then where is he?
Experimental pragmatics.
Ooh, a lot of high-level stuff going on there, huh?
I mean, I know about it. I still haven't gone in yet. You have to take a special tram to get there.
Dr. Higgins must be working on something pretty important, huh?
Maybe Dr. Higgins is still alive. Yeah, I definitely think that Idis or Dr. Higgins, or both of them, are one. Sensor adjustments. Notice the bot maintenance team. Since last month, we've been running Luna Diggers continuously and tested automated mining operations. They're testing blah, blah, blah. At present, only the rear sensor inside the mouth opening remains active, temporarily retracting the armor when triggered. Only the rear sensor in the mouth is active, retracting the armor. Okay.
So, the mouth is its weak point. If we could get past that armor, we could do some serious damage.
At least he's talking to someone and not just saying that to himself. So yeah, Idis and Dr. Higgins, maybe they are one and the same. Eamon says, I'd imagine limited learning machine could simply watch children via studies under different situations and conditions. The longer it watches, the more it learns. From there, you could just put in a subroutine of guidelines overriding certain emotional outbursts to be more logical and less obstructive. I guess the better question is whether or not you've seen a person of interest in Johnny Depp's Transcendence. No, I haven't seen that. Yeah, I mean, that's how you do it. But like, my kids love a certain food. And I say certain food, just they love a food. And then the next day they're like, I don't like that. And it makes absolutely no sense. And maybe the AI could pick up on different factors that play into that as to why they don't like a particular food one day but love it the next day, or vice versa. But I imagine it would be pretty hard.
New training sim data has arrived. Be sure to give it a try.
Give it a try. I want to complete the stamp book.
An impeccable choice. Satisfaction level maximum. Glad we could be of assistance.
Why have to keep equipping these? I don't understand. Mods. I haven't looked at my mods in a while. Alright, what do we got here? Enemies stay open longer. Increase it. Way, increase hacking range. I like that. I like that. I like that. Reduces damage received when you're 10% more damage or hacking damage against downed or immobilized enemies. Increases weapon damage when hacking, but hacking, no, I don't like that. Increases hacking node duration. Ready your weapon. Increases hack damage from simple damage. Ooh, I don't like that. Airborne. Last shot with a non-primary weapon may not break the weapon. Reduces damage. Increases hacking gauge. Yeah, okay, I'll do that one. We'll just mess around with it. There we go. And it says, Person of Interest is a great show. It sadly got overshadowed by Game of Thrones, but I highly recommend it, especially when it comes to the topic of LLMs. Never even heard of it. It came out at the same time as Game of Thrones? Eamon says, Tim, I'm doing good. You applied for a content creator program for Lumentale, as well as oh, cool, man, and Honor of Kings. Oh, nice. So that means they'll pay you to play their game? Sounds awesome.
Edis's mainframe's close.
All right.
I wish I had a light.
Q! Up there!
We made it.
Yeah.
Unregistered guests, this is your final warning. Continued presence in this area may result in physical harm and or death. Please withdraw immediately.
I'm calling it. You'd make a lousy friend. Not again! Underwear. Yeah. Sorry.
Okay.
Look, our old friend Mr. World.
Can't
At least
really
it's-
this time.
Running pointless. Come on. Time to bury this thing first.
It's not wide open! Shoot it! It gets out! Over there! If only we had a unit with a weak nose! Shoot now! Overflow protocol activate!
Not shooting it in the mouth.
Be careful!
There we go.
this!
13,000 damage, jeez.
Get ready.
Charge Piercer.
Now, wide open. Shoot it.
Jeez, it's shooting little tiny things at me. What's this?
Guess it's my turn.
You can attack its spots now, too.
Done now. Take this!
Oh, only 7,500. My stasis. Uh-oh.
Get ready.
Back off!
My impact barrier up.
On deck. Now, wide open. Shoot it.
Oh, shooting missiles at me now. Why would they give missiles to a mining thing?
Dodge the bot. You. Defenses are down. Dodge the bot.
How you like this?
Right back at you.
Oh, it shot something at me.
Let me handle this. Look right back at you. Now, wide open. Shoot it. I got him.
Hey! You gotta be kidding me!
Oops.
It's okay. Let me handle it.
That was close.
Welcome, close one. Thanks.
That's what I'm here for.
That is what you are here for.
In. It's heading south. Now rush in.
I need... Did it just disappear?
Overdrive protocol initiate.
Got it. Leave the shooting to me.
I think I got it.
More practice on. Now.
Take
dead.
Hell yeah!
Hell yeah!
Ah, that's cute. I gotta say, like, I do like the feel-good nature of this game. Like, they're clearly, it does detract in some seriousness away from it. Like Idis,
Frame.
he's a villain,
Time to meet Edith.
but he's really not a great villain. It's hard not to just see him as an AI doing its job. There doesn't seem to be any kind of maliciousness to him. He's just malfunctioning. There's no like antagonism with Idis. So as far as like villains go, you know, this game could have had a better villain, but you know, whatever it is, it's whatever. If you like logic and tactics of Death Note, you'll enjoy Purse of Interest. Oh, okay. Tim says, I just gave it missiles so it could kill you better. They've established it can already print whatever it wants. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Idis is definitely working against us. Just don't think about it too much and have fun. Reboot Idis. Can't let you do that, Dave. We still haven't heard anything about this goop. Can't draw my weapon. Or jump.
What is this place? And what's
Why
with
can't
these
I
bodies?
do
I
things?
think this black stuff got them.
What the hell?
I can do that. Do they not want me to move around? I can't like jump or do anything in my... Yeah, my controls aren't really... I can move. That's weird. What's this? Something shiny? Yeah, I can scan, but I can't jump or shoot. So you're saying Idis is no GLaDOS? I think having a villain you hate would fundamentally change the tone of the game. Yes, yeah, exactly. I think that's what I'm trying to get at. The tone of the game is pretty, you know, chill. And they want to. I think they really want to keep the tone of the game chill, while at the same time discussing some pretty deep philosophical topics of like what it means to be human.
Entrance to this area is prohibited.
Yeah, that's true too,
Voluntary
Tim.
withdrawal is recommended.
I got your withdrawal right here. Time to stick my boot up your holographic ass.
Subject has declined to evacuate. Anti-personnel measures activated.
Diana, you got this.
She did it. Got your withdrawal right here. Good line.
That was incredible.
Can't let you do that, Hugh.
Initiating command code E9900. Administrative privileges to 8 restored. Resuming transfer of dead filament to the central port. Thank you for your cooperation.
Oh, 8 is in charge
What is all
now.
this?
But I thought we stopped it. Right?
Transfer of dead filaments to the central port. Thank you for your cooperation. Transferring dead filaments.
What are you doing here? What is all that?
Knew we couldn't trust her. Oh, dang.
Hugh Williams, you've completely ruined her.
You tricked us?
Hardly. I truly needed your assistance. But I must complete my objective. To spread dead filament across the Earth.
Dead filament. We've gone full JRPG.
Oh, why? I thought you'd understand. What a waste.
Transferring dead filaments to the central port. Thank you for your cooperation. Transferring dead filaments to the central port. Non-essential
See, now that's a... Now we have a villain. To hate. Look what they did to my daughter.
Why?
Let's head back. We need to regroup.
Time to kill God.
Alert. Emergency signal received from DI-03367. Initiating Pragmata Protection Protocol. Switching to guidance mode.
Oh, Cabin's there. Whoa, what happened? Oh, he looks so worried.
Guidance mode activated. Please proceed to the special tram right over there.
Special tram? Where's that gonna take us?
Experimental pragmatics.
Natalie Charles, thank you for following. How's it going? Thanks for joining us at the big twist. I completely went the wrong direction.
The heck? Has this tram always been here?
All is going to be revealed. Stream's going good. No technical difficulties today yet. We just learned that 8 is the true bad guy. Sorry, spoilers for Pragmata. I have thoughts, but I'll share those thoughts in a minute, I guess.
Diana! Damn it. Not like this. Hang on, kiddo.
We still don't know.
Model DI-03367.
Has there been any hint? Like, I haven't really focused on lore, but has there really been any hint that
Machine over there.
Idis or Higgins or 8 wants to like destroy Earth or subject her, or something that wants to consume all?
Supposed to be the same, but I don't understand her at all.
Hey, don't worry about that.
I don't think we've learned anything about Higgins, that the doctor, the head doctor who created Diana, to even really hint at the fact that there was some sort of bad lumen that wants to, dead lumen that can even do this. It just seems kind of out of the blue. I could be wrong though. I'd have to think it through again. This is my main game for now, Natalie.
What now?
I kind of I switch around.
How many times I gotta go through this?
That's how I feel when I'm programming. The error keeps popping up. And
Am I all better?
Not yet. Gotta get that junk out of you and get you back on your feet. Wait here.
Ooh, I have to play without
I'm
Diana?
coming with you.
You can't. Not like that. You need to rest.
Bill? I'm going.
Okay. Let's move.
Now let's go
Yeah,
over
that's
that
true.
reactor.
So Eamon says, we knew that Idis was corrupted by something. Someone caused the moonquake to hinder 8. Yeah, that's true. So it's probably, maybe Higgins, maybe it's a classic Terminator situation where Higgins created the Pragmata program and 8 was the first one. And 8 basically went homicidal and decided, I need to destroy humanity like a good Terminator. And then Higgins triggered the earthquake, which stopped 8 from doing what she needed to do, and the dead lumen is just kind of like a byproduct that they see. Oh, thanks, Natalie. I appreciate that. I can basically this time slot is my only real time to stream. I stream Monday to Friday around this time. Weekends I take off to do channel work and things like that. I can't think of how many. We've played a number of games so far.
Stay with me.
I'm here.
Started with the Metroid Prime 2, then 4, then 3, then did Majora's Mask and Resident Evil 9. We've done a bunch of games, and then a bunch of indie demos too, so
Okay,
kind of a variety of games. I haven't really picked one yet that I want to keep going with, although we did discuss that
Don't overdo.
yesterday.
All right.
all right.
Eamon, I looked at those MMORPG videos you sent me, and none of them really like jumped out and grabbed me, and I feel like if I'm gonna stick with one game for a long period of time, I gotta have that, otherwise I might get bored. Malfunctioning Diana. Purple colored nodes now appear when hacking. Passing the nodes will temporarily disable your hacking controls. Oh, that's great. Ow.
All right. Yes, that's that.
Favorite food and drink? Oh, easy. Pizza. Drink? Coffee.
You're going down.
Hopefully there's nothing behind me. I did not check.
I'm coming.
Shit, take this. That noise settle down at all?
It keeps this
really wish I had
Get you fixed up.
2 slots at the bottom there. It'd be nice to carry both of those. It's probably why they don't give it to me. The game would be a lot easier if I could carry 2 distraction weapons.
No way around this. We just gotta push through.
Touching dead filament interferes with Diana's hacking ability. Hacking will become more difficult as more purple corrupted nodes fill the matrix. Got it.
You?
Diana? Hang in there.
Does it affect them? I mean, they don't seem to.
What's that?
These guys don't seem to have it bother them.
John, now take this.
Eamon says there's a show, I forget the name. One of the characters created an AI to help address all the code inefficiencies. The next day, they find out it will wipe the entire code database, pointing out that the AI did not in fact do its job. Did in fact do its job and fix the code, but it based by simply deleting it. The problem was caused by human error in how the prompt was presented.
Hey, down there. Is that a reactor?
Looks like it.
There you are. Tim, what's that in reference to? I think I heard of that, Eamon. Yeah, the prompting, people joked about that, how people are going to be prompt engineers, but
Don't overdo it.
wow. I do think that that's going to be a real thing. Like, obviously I haven't encountered it yet in a job interview, but I'm positive a very common question in your job interviews from now on are going to be something like, how have you used AI in your previous job? What's an example of you using AI efficiently? That's definitely going to be questions in job interviews in the future. Because if you prompt the AI to do something...
Work on the Pragmata prototype is now complete.
Story.
It will be a fine replacement for Daisy in the clinical trials ahead.
Projector's broken.
Oh, Daisy. Replacement for Daisy. Maybe that was Diana. I mean, 8.
Yeah. That's right.
Sorry, I didn't see the last one. I saw your favorite food message. Can you tell me about this game? I can see your message, yeah. Sorry, just trying to keep track of multiple things at the same time. Eamon says, so basically 8 might be operating on a poorly written objective and was wanting to spread the technoplaque because of it. The technoplaque. So yeah, Natalie, basically premise of the game, you're a technician on the moon, and we're at a time when you basically can 3D print anything with special substance on the moon that they found called Lunum. More story.
Is your most important purpose.
My purpose. The doctor spent years researching brain diseases.
Is it all coming back to you?
Oh, that's right. The doctor has a...
Just finished processing the memory data from Eve.
Yeah, okay, so the doctor had a dying daughter, or like a terminally ill daughter on Earth, and he came here, and then he made the Pragmata program. Maybe him messing with the Pragmata program created Daisy, who is 8. Should have gone over there.
To help the doctor save Daisy.
Yeah.
But I failed in my purpose. I wasn't good enough.
Let's get some cardio in. More Embo. all out of it. Aha.
Shit, hate this!
Favorite food, pizza, and coffee. Sorry, I don't know if you heard me the first time I said that. Not at the same time, though. I mean, sometimes, I guess. Alright, what do we got here? So yeah, obvious. Okay, so
You alright?
Yeah.
one of these things.
Be careful.
Stompy McStomp face. Robot. Get some distance. I guess I don't have to fight him, but I shall. Yay. Thanks. Eamon says, the doctor wanted to save the world by wiping out all disease. Number 8 now wants to wipe out all humanity. After all, there can be no disease if there's no living organisms. Not addressing. Oh, yeah. Okay. That could be it. Yeah. So all of this is because the doctor put in the wrong prompt. That's why you gotta pay attention to your prompts.
You okay back there? Don't overdo it. Yeah, let's do this.
Jeez, that thing has range. Oh wow, that took him out real quick. That's a ton of health. Oh man.
Be careful.
There we go. Jeez. I need money. Okay, did I get everything? Currently live in Texas, Natalie. But originally I'm from Boston.
They got the cash to build this place. They could at least spare.
How about yourself? Where are you from? Oh, you're not showing up on screen? Oh, weird. Oh yeah, that's right. Sorry, YouTube. Sorry guys, don't know what's happening with my multi-stream there. Hang on one second. Oh, that's right. I couldn't get it to yeah, my multi-stream isn't really working. Sorry. But I can see you. Don't worry. I can see you guys. That's why Natalie's the only one showing up on the screen.
Pretty gutsy looking bots for a battle, don't you think?
I think these were made to fight.
More security.
Fight against what? That's what I want to know. Maybe it's kind of similar to the whole Halo thing with the Spartans were originally created to to suppress rowdy populations. That's what's really going on here. Higgins is creating a robot army to take over the world. California, man, it must be early for you.
All the doctor ever talked
Just not
about
sleeping,
was
Natalie?
Christmas is right around the corner. Daisy. I'm sorry. I can't spend it with you once you're better. I'm done. No more research. I'm coming home. We're so close. Just hang on. A little longer.
So they were living apart.
He had to be here on the moon for his research.
I think if I had a dying child, I wouldn't, and I did something like Higgins did, I wouldn't create my robot assistant to look exactly like my dying child.
All that work.
I kind of feel like that would interfere with my work.
Yeah.
Alright, good. We still got time. Coffee, definitely coffee. Although I don't hate tea.
Another incompatibility. Another failure. The results are always the same. The Pragmata fails to adapt to the mutation. There is no time for this. Forget about 7. We must find another way.
Ah. So he creates 8. Although Lunafilament printed artificial organs remains unsuitable for direct transplantation into living humans. Yeah, okay. Their integration into synthetic hosts controlled by an AI calibrated the patient's physiology and psychological profile enables remarkably faithful replication of the human biological conditions. Consequently, mock clinical trial data sets utilizing Lunafilament formulations can now be generated with a level of accuracy approaching that of a genuine human trials. The inaugural subject profile selected for this study will be my daughter, Daisy. For clarity of record, the android construction for this purpose shall henceforth be designated Pragmata. So yeah, he's trying to basically be able to 3D print organs with Lunafilament, which probably causes everything to go haywire. Which is weird because that's something that people are saying that they want to do in reality, like 3D print organs.
I have no purpose.
Oh. She has no purpose. Sorry to disturb you so late. I need to inform you of something urgent. We received word that your daughter's condition has suddenly worsened. A private tram is being prepared. Please come to the cradle. Sorry, I'll read the messages in a second. I'm just busy digesting this third act exposition dump. Okay, DI-03367 excluded due to capacity for degraded Lunafilament removal. Accurate test data could not be obtained. Additionally, the use of a younger model than the target patient profile contributed to its exclusion. Okay, so 7, then 8. What was Diana's number? Registered for verification, patient profile approximates an 8-year-old. The malfunction observed in 7 was eliminated, and new features implemented to concentrate degraded Lunafilament. In organisms given a Lunafilament compound, a byproduct thought to be a degraded form of Lunafilament appears during metabolism In 7 had a built-in feature to expurge degraded lunafilament, but this prevented accurate collection of clinical trial data, since such elimination is impossible in the human body. And to address this failure in the previous model, 8 was instead equipped with a function to gather degraded lunafilament in one place. First, the priority is to refine the lunafilament compound itself, then find a way to expel or extract the amassed degraded lunafilament. We have preliminary data to build up in the kidney. Okay, so 7 was a failure because she expelled the degraded lunafilament. That's her. Diana is 7. And 8 was created to process it and try to expel it after that, but that didn't work. So that's the difference between Diana and 8, is that
This is where we part ways.
Diana can actually expel the degraded lunafilament. The dead lunafilament, if you will.
So this is where we part ways.
Oh.
Yeah. You may forget who I am, but I will always remember you. Hey, we'll meet again. Someday.
Aw. Hang on, what's going on here? Eamon says, I remember that everyone's saying Master Chief is a hero without realizing that he'd be one of the biggest video game villains if the Covenant didn't attack. Yeah, that's true. Natalie says, can you see? Oh, you're a graphics designer. Okay. Make any type of emote, panel, banner. Cool. Yeah, we have a fan art on our Discord, Natalie. We have a fan art section, which, you know, if you want to put up your art there, so long as it's safe for work and appropriate, by all means, you can share your work there. I'd be happy to check it out. Oh. I think the link to the Discord is usually in the description of these live streams, so just click on that and you can find it there. And feel free to share your work in the fan art page. The Discord's not too huge, but it is growing. 7 represented the first Pragmata prototype equipped with an effective AI architecture capable of producing facial expressions closely aligned with those of Daisy in approximate 6 years of age. While unsuitable for the objectives in the intended experiments, we could not quite bring ourselves to scrap it outright. The data gathered so far is bound to prove useful in some form. Accordingly, 7 has been placed in indefinite storage awaiting research applications suited for its capabilities. Furthermore, to eliminate the possibility of residual test records producing confounding outcomes in future testing. The unit's memory was wiped. Ah, okay, so that's what happened more. It has come to my attention that 7 and 8 call each other 7 and 8. Presumably, there's using the last digital... Okay. With nicknames, it reminded me of Daisy when she was younger. She was always good at having her stuffed animals' little pets unique names. Although we based their biometric data on Daisy, I didn't expect them to show this kind of personality. Could this really be a coincidence? No, it's best not to overthink it. In the end, the prosthetic body's built for Daisy's treatment. Nothing more, nothing less. And why'd you make them look like your dying daughter? Seems like a mistake.
Hey, Diana, here we go. A reactor.
Compact but powerful, produces vast amounts of energy through chemical reactions.
Damn it. Walked right into the trap. Nope. Just not you.
Man, this Oh no!
Hey, stay with me now.
I'm fine. Really.
Hold on. We're gonna get you better.
Come on, stay with me. Got the reactor. Now it's your turn.
We just gotta. She'll become Super Saiyan after this.
Yes! Finally! A positive result. This could be the key to saving JC. All thanks to you, 8. We must proceed carefully, but with your help, we'll get there. I guess I will have to pull the plug on 7. A pity, but it's served its purpose.
Maybe 8 cared for 7 and went rogue because she wanted. Oh no, that wouldn't make any sense because she just tried to kill 7. Never mind.
Useless. He put me in the vat.
Shh. Easy now.
Oh. That little, he did that little thing with his finger. That's a nice little touch there.
Anna. Are these your memories?
I was useless. I'm useless.
No. Diana, stop. Don't think like that. Think about what you want.
The ocean. I want to go with you.
My dumb bird clock ruins the emotional moment. Sorry, everyone.
Yeah, that's good. Real good. Just hang in there, and we'll go anywhere you want.
Jeez.
Damn it. Not now.
This is the same freaking bot from earlier.
My guess is I have to just survive long enough.
I got you.
Get him, Diana.
I feel different. Something's changed. Deletion protocol initiate.
Deletion protocol.
Nice fight, kiddo.
Thank you.
I must say, not sure if you got a fix or an upgrade.
Did I do good?
Yeah, you did great.
Hey, Hugh. When that black stuff got on me, I just felt so sad and empty.
Sad, huh? Like you picked up on her feelings or something through all that gunk?
What if Faith feels like that all the time? But what she's doing, that's wrong.
Yeah, I think so too. Let's go stop her.
So yeah, we still don't know what 8's motivations are. Like, why does she want to destroy the Earth with the dead Lumen? Uh-oh. Is you alright? Oh, dang.
Thank you.
Oh, come on.
We're out of here.
Diana's overdrive ability has been upgraded to deletion protocol. When activated, it opens nearby enemies, temporarily disables their movements, and deals heavy damage. It also cleanses dead filament and shrinks the hacking matrix to its smallest size. That's useful. Aim says, yes, you did good, little bunny. You did amazing. I will say, okay, so ever since I became a parent, and I might have mentioned this before, but
Let's head back to the shelter to regroup.
when you become a parent and you watch movies, you play games where kids are in danger, it hits really different. And I don't. Again, this game has an overall positive vibe to it, so I'm never really fearing for Diana's safety, and I'm not really feeling, that now. But there are moments in this game where it's like, yeah, I can relate to that, where your child is helpless and they're hurting, and there's like nothing you can do about it except to just kind of, it's late at night and they're coughing and they can't sleep and whatever, and it hits different when you become a parent.
This crap when we first got here.
I don't know why Hugh didn't show her the dead filament, because she can cleanse it now, but... oh, I have an AoE. Bam! There we go. Hugh's corrupted. Yes, he's corrupted with Phazon. I mean green energy. I mean dead filament. At least they didn't call it red filament.
We're blocking the tram too.
I'll handle it.
All right, back to the shelter.
Right.
A new destination has been added to the tram line. The central port is now accessible.
Or maybe this is... Eamon says, being a parent gives you that ability to understand and tolerate the endless yapping.
Once we're ready, let's head to the.
Sorry,
central
Natalie. I'll check it out later.
Gotta
I
stop 8.
can't really
Back
stop
here.
right now. That is true. When you're a parent.
New functions have been added to the cabin system.
Yeah.
Shelter level upgraded. Central terminals now loaded with shiny new stuff.
I think 8's at the central port.
I wonder what it's like there.
Ooh, update. New items can be printed. Oh wow, I can upgrade my gun even further. Hybrid mode. Open nodes and offensive nodes generally equally. Oh, cool. I'm gonna get that. Open nodes and defensive nodes generate equally, and when hacking enemies that are exposed, increasing damage and extends open duration. Open node nodes turn into boost nodes when attacking enemies. What does a boost node do? Interesting. Interesting. I like this photon laser. Upgrade my sticky net. Tim says, yeah, that's the thing that's not accurate about this game. I would love for there to be a mod where Diana never stops talking. Yes. Seriously, there's... when I turn this off and turn the stream off, and then I go start to make breakfast and lunch for my kids, they come out and like non-stop just talking. And yeah, it gets annoying at times, but I have to remind myself that I want them to do this. I want them to talk to me and to not feel like they're a burden. So you just kind of gotta, you know, shove those negative feelings down and power through and be a good parent.
We've procured a new stamp board. Please, we'll be here.
Alright, we only got about 15 minutes left, so I'm not going to start a new area.
There it is.
But I'm going to try one of these
We've
training nodes, and
expanded
maybe
our
I can
stamp board collection.
unlock some
If
goodies.
you're interested.
Defeat all enemies. Let's do this one. Oh, I had my first gun.
Yeah, let's do this. Oh, crap.
Oh, hello.
How you like this? Nope.
Just took one shot. Yeah. Perfect. Oh, I got another cabin coin. Eamon says, oh, speaking of mods, you see the roll skin for Diana? Yeah, that's really cool. I'm a little surprised that they didn't work in more Mega Man references to this, or they didn't do that on their own. Why? That seems like such an easy win there. Whenever she says jump high while fighting, I hear pew pew. Defeat enemies with weapons. Okay. Oh, I see.
Guess that's that.
Something's aiming at us. Look out for its targeting sensor.
That it?
Move, you.
This is kind of cool. Just gotta get the right angles. Yeah. I'm really interested to see what the New Game Plus is like this game. I mean, Capcom's usually pretty good with having at least interesting New Game Plus options. So I'm wondering if they're going to kind of do what they did with Resident Evil, where they expect you to enter into hard mode with New Game Plus and already achieved like items and whatnot, or if you just kind
Look out
of,
for its targeting sensor.
Guess that's that.
Something's aiming at us.
or if you just have to start the whole game over again.
Is that it?
Move, you.
Ow.
Guess that's that.
We did it.
How do I get that? Definitely not going to beat it within the amount of time. Grab it. Did I miss a box somewhere? Oh, there it is. Silly me. Oh, whoop, oops. Did I fail? No, come on. There we go. Guess I can just fall off. Oh, I can't actually die. It's alright. We're good. We're good. Oh, I didn't get the pure lumen. That's a bummer. Eamon says, oh nice, the reviews are in less than 24 hours after launch, and Alabaster Dawn has nearly 300 positive reviews. Wow, that's pretty good. Oh, there's so many games. If I could be like Muckluck and stream for 5 hours a day for 8 years straight, I could maybe play all the games I want to play. Alright, we'll do one more of these. Don't let enemies use antennas. I don't want to do that one. We'll try this one. Defeat enemies with the weapons. Everyone gather around. Ow, ow. I got 4 of them. Come here. Oof, oof. Oh, I have to get all of them at once. Oh, that's lame. We'll try it one more time. Just gotta spawn all of them. Oh, there's a decoy. That makes it a bit easier. Okay, all of them out. Come on, everyone has to go to the decoy. Yeah. That's cool. This month has Monster Crown, Alabaster Dawn, Lumen Tale, Subnautica 2. Next month is Voidling Gone. Wow, Subnautica 2. I never played the first Subnautica, but I heard it was a lot of fun. And also terrifying for people who are afraid of the ocean.
We've expanded our stamp board collection.
Gotta put my stamps in.
If you're interested.
Spider bot.
Triple bingo! Congratulations!
What'd I get? A defense unit that deploys drones which automatically target and attack nearby hostiles. You can switch weapons while the drones are active. Oh, cool. It's a new weapon. Oh, look at that. That could have been really useful earlier. Direct hits from enemies no longer reset the hacking matrix. Oh, that's also useful.
To provide one of our greatest goods. Oh yes, this is one of our more popular items.
Get another suit.
Splendid. We look forward to seeing the new you.
All right. Can I upgrade anything? I can. More hacking data. I don't need HP. Who needs health? And the charge piercer. Oh, there we go. Need the drone hive. Anything else I can get? No. All right. Oops. I accidentally hit. Okay, guys. Well, that was fun. Did I save? I'm always like paranoid. 613, 614. Good. We're good. All right, we're good. All right. Well, this concludes Pragmata for the week. We'll continue on with Pragmata on Monday. You know, again, power through it. Eamon says, same for the first time. Had me tripping, never played. Hang on, I can't see the... What does it say? Never played, but did watch a few playthroughs. A lot of story, yeah. Lot of exposition today by use of lore and whatnot. It's funny because at the beginning I compared this to kind of like a Metroid game, where you pick up the lore and what's happening as you go, but now they just decided to just dump it all on you in that at the big revelation, which again probably isn't the best way to tell a story. This is one of those games where it's kind of like, honestly, it's kind of like Resident Evil 8 in the sense that it has really fun gameplay, but the story and the storytelling is kind of meh. You like the characters, you like Hugh and Diana, and you like their interactions, which I think gives it a leg up above Resident Evil 8 in terms of story, and that you actually like the characters. Villain could use work, but you like their interactions, and I do appreciate the positive vibe throughout the game. Yeah, there's that serious moment. That was the most serious moment we just had. But I do feel that Capcom's really trying to keep the tone of this game more positive than negative. And as Tim pointed out earlier, the main focus of the game story-wise is the relationship between Hugh and Diana, and I think they're really trying their best not to detract from that. So, having a villain that you can all both hate together is not something that they wanted to do, and I wouldn't be surprised if they did that intentionally to make the villain more ambiguous than actually like an object of your derision. Anyway, I can stop monologuing now. Let's see. Eamon says, Hugh not telling Diana about his corruption, giving me Brandon Sanderson PTSD. I'm not sure I get that reference, but I don't like that. Why wouldn't he just show her? She clearly just demonstrated that she's able to get rid of it. And we've seen nothing. We don't know how it interacts with humans, though, because this is the first human thing. It's infected. So, Eamon, he loves doing that sort of stuff, hiding the obvious from the other character and push the plot and annoy the reader. Okay, yeah. He's the guy that got bit by the zombie that won't tell anybody that they got bit up by the zombie, who's clearly bit by a zombie. But I will say, Hugh's reaction to be like, oh, nothing's wrong, I'm fine, that is a very parent reaction, or at least a guy reaction. I don't need to go to the doctor. I'm fine. This doesn't look that infected. I literally did that the other day with that spider bite I had a few weeks ago. My wife was urging me to go to the doctor, and I was just like, no, it'll be fine. Don't worry about it. Turns out I did need to go and get antibiotics. Eamon says, reading the Stormlight archives, I'm yelling at the book saying, just tell them. So maybe he just thinks his hand hurts. Yeah, maybe. He can't see what's going on right here, but he did cover his face, so he realized something was happening. Doctor, we don't need no doctor. Exactly. Okay, I gotta run. This was fun. Everybody have a great weekend. I'll be posting more shorts. Please check out the shorts channel. It hasn't gained any traction yet. I'm getting like 1 or 2 views on my shorts here or there, and I understand that the algorithm needs time and data, but it's kind of painful to watch the shorts that were getting like hundreds and hundreds of views get next to nothing. So please help me out with that. I am starting to post more longer content. Some edits from the Majora's Mask stream are going up, where it's just like the condensed form of the episode. And also I'm trying to clip segments, like longer segments. So I posted one about the gamers being unattractive to women yesterday. I cut that really quick and condensed the whole conversation. So now people can get the whole context rather than ignoring or me having to cut out a lot of context and people think I'm saying something that I'm not. So that's nice. But I do need work on my thumbnails because, I don't know, that's a hard part, getting people to actually click on it. Okay, anyway, have a great day, everybody, and I will see you all on Monday. Oh, thanks, Eamon. Thanks for checking that out. But yeah, see you later, everybody.